Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're a beat maker and you play guitar, today I'm going to show you how to make guitar loops for other beat makers, for yourself, or for just other people who want to use guitar loops in general. So yeah, here we go. Let's get right into it. Alright, so what I want you guys to do first, I want you to imagine that there's 4 bars, and in those 4 bars, what we're going to do is we're going to add a chord in each bar. That's one way we can do this. Or you can do it another way where you can just add a chord in maybe, let's say, bar 1 and then bar 3. That's what we're going to do today. Alright, so bar 1, this is my first chord I'm going to use. You can use whatever chord you want. So basically, just something real simple. So what you want to do when you're playing the guitar loop, you just want to have a simple chord to start with. Just the chord, nothing fancy, no picking yet. Just get the main chord in there. So we're going to do that first. We're going to record that. If you saw at the end there, I played a chord when it looped back around. I did that so when it does loop, it sounds a bit more natural and it fits. Now that we got this here, before we move on, just so it sounds a bit more nicer to your ears, this is something you guys can do. So I usually add in reverb, towel reverb. I usually put in a doubler as well. Put it to the preset stereo guitar. The last thing I put in is some chorus to give it some color. It sounds like this. So we got 2 chords looping around. The next thing that we'll do is we're going to add in some picking. So the goal at the start is you want to make everything really simple so there's a lot of space and so you can kind of bring everything together as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the same chord, but we're just going to pick the higher notes on it, the last 3 higher notes. What we'll add next is we'll add some bassier notes where we play that same kind of pattern as that second loop here. So this second loop here, we're going to do a similar pattern, but we're going to do it with lower picked notes, like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a melody to this, because right now we just got the basic chords showing us that these are the chords of the song, but now we're going to add a voice to it and a melody as if someone was singing, but in this case it's the guitar singing. I'll try and figure something out, something that you can make, play something within the key, something really simple too. Alright, so I think I found a loop I can use for a first melody. So what we're going to do is we're just going to add a melody but with the high strings. So here we go, I'll show you what I mean. Alright, cool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the same thing, but I'm going to play the lower notes, the lower octave of the same rhythm as this one here. So it's kind of like a low and a high voice singing together. Alright, so that's pretty much all the loops I'm going to add to this. So all the loops together sound like this as a whole. Show you one more thing that you can do, and it sounds quite nice. What I want you to do is those chords that you do at the start, I want you to duplicate those chords, copy it over to here. Let's make this number 7. What we're going to do now is we're going to reverse this over here. What you want to do with the reverse chords is actually you want to switch around. So if you did 2 chords like me, you want to switch them around like this. You want to cut it like I just did. But the reason you want to do it is so it's reversing that first chord there. What's happening here is it's reversed everything, which means it's going to be playing that second. It's going to be reversing this chord here, the second chord, the first time through. But what you want to do is you want it to be reversing that first chord that's playing there. So it feels like it's been played, and then now it's still, this chord is still sustained, and then it's going to the next chord, and then that chord gets sustained, like this. Alright, just to get this moving, I'm just going to bounce this now. Let's bounce this. I'm just going to do it as an MP3 just for now. But you can do it as a better quality one, PCM, and then you can make it 24-bit, and then AIF. That's the best, one of the best formats, but I'm just going to do MP3 so it's faster. Alright, so now we're in my beats template. What we're going to do, I'm going to grab that loop, chuck it in here. Alright, so here we go. So I'm going to make a beat real quick. So here's how it can sound once you use like the loop, and then you chuck some drums and stuff on it, 808s. You can turn it into a beat, man. And this is just an example of how that can work, how you can actually use this, and how it can sound when someone uses it as a beat. If you're a beat maker, you can even grab loops like this yourself and make beats of it, man. This is how you can do it with guitar stuff. You can do a lot with it. But this is an idea. It sounds like this. And there you go, that's how you can make a guitar loop, and that's what it would sound like if someone made a beat out of it. Just to show you that you can actually use these guitar loops when you make them. You can actually use them as something to make beats to. If you're a beat maker, if you're a producer, you can use these guitar loops that you make. So if you want to do that, remember guys, when you're starting off, think of 4 bars and make it really simple. Make it simple, man, so there's space in the song so you can add more guitar loops on top of it. But don't forget as well, also when you're mixing your guitar, add in some reverb, some chorus, and just the doubler that I used in Waves, the Waves plugin. But yeah, that's basically it, man. When you're making guitar loops, you can do that. And that's all for today. This is Chunky Beats with the Face. Hope it helped. Yeah, see you later.